Hey, this is Steve Keys here with Keller Williams Capital District. We are here with another episode of Hey, How's the Market? This week we are taking a look at Warren County. This is the week of January 6th to January 12th of 2024. All right, so uh, basically the phrase of this week is going to be bounce back. So we've seen a bounce back in a lot of counties. So what we're going to see in Warren County is carrying over to a lot of the other counties also, even though we're not going to take a look at those. All right, so getting started for total active inventory, North Warren School District came in first place with 20 properties on the market. Lake George came in second place with 19 properties on the market. Total properties on the market for Warren County was 115. Pending properties, Glens Falls and Hadley Luzerne took first place with 3 properties going under contract this week. Lake George and Queensbury took second place with 2 properties going under contract this week. Total under contract properties for this week for Warren County was 12 properties under contract. Last week was our monthly review, so we don't have any weekly numbers before that. The week before that, so 2 weeks ago, Warren County had 1 property under contract. So we don't know what happened last week, but this is kind of a significant bounce back, at least in that category. Sold properties. We've got Warrensburg coming in first place with 2 properties sold last week. And then Queensbury, Lake George, Johnsburg, Hadley Luzerne, and Glens Falls came in second place with 1 property closed last week. Basically, Bolton and North Warren were the only thing that didn't close anything at all last week. Total closed properties last week for Warren County was 7. For the price points, 200 to 300 stood the best chance of... getting that wrong. 200 to 300,000 took first place with 5 properties under contract, with the second best chance of selling at 18.5%. $0 to $200,000 came in second place with 3 properties under contract, but because of lower starting inventory, they were actually the best chance of selling in Warren County at 20%. I didn't look back. I'd say that's rare. Warren County is typically known as a higher price county, so for the lower price point to be taken second place, I'd say that is uncommon. For school district, Glens Falls took first place with the best chance to sell at 21.5%. Hadley Luzerne was the second best chance to sell at 17.5%. Total chance for Warren County, all of Warren County, was 10.4%. That is probably the best that it has been in a while. Highest sale in Lake George, in Warren County, was $609,000 in Lake George School District. It was a ranch home. All right, so looking at the charts. So a lot of these charts are going to be similar to what the other counties are looking like. So as we look at our total active inventory, we've been seeing heading into the winter market that's been coming pretty sharp down. We can see that this week it has leveled off. Now, it leveled off before. It's almost looks like it's stair-stepping down. So after this week, it might go back down again. I don't really know. We're missing this week in here to see if it actually came back up or if it just stayed flat this entire time. But all of the other counties are showing this also. So it's not kind of just like a little fluky thing. Every county almost, with the exception of Washington County, which for this week had 1 property under contract. But most of the other counties, this is what their charts are looking like. They're stopping the downward trend, at least in the active inventory. New activity, we can see this week, there's the 1 right there, the orange dot at the 1. But you can see here for the new activity and the pending activity has sharply gone up. We look at our moving average lines. Our linear averages are still showing those 2 categories on the downward trend, but our moving average right here, I mean, it's just a 1-week difference, but you can see the sharp increase in the moving average. Next week that'll all change, but still, it's showing a significant bounce back to numbers that we had been experiencing 6 or 7 weeks ago. Average days on market, even this has dropped a little bit. Average days on market, this has stopped the decline. So For the active days on market, this drop right here, what that is telling you is that we had a significant number of new properties come on the market. So we had a lot of zeros come on the market, which is going to bring the average down. And it means that we were getting rid of properties that had been on the market for a while. So either they expired, which isn't really ideal, but they went away, so that brings down the average days. They went under contract, which is really the one that we want to see. Or it means there was a little bit of games involved. I have been seeing things where properties were expiring one day and then going right back on the market the other day. So that stops. They'd been on the market for like a year already, and that resets their counter as 0. So it's kind of games with it looks like the property, now those are showing as the property's only been on the market for 8 days, when really it's been 8 plus a whole year. But it's things that you'll see in the market. So that's another thing. That's not super common, but it is something that we're seeing, and we see that more in the winter market when things don't sell. So those reasons are explaining why this number is coming down the way that it is. Linear trend for all of them is still showing it mostly on a downward direction, though. All right, and then average price. So our average price is still holding pretty stable. These are a little bit under the linear average, but they're fairly close. If we're looking at previous months, we've been a lot further off of the average than this, so we're pretty close for this one. And then expired and canceled. Linear trend is still showing on an upward trend. We were at 2 for this week, so not a huge number. We're well below the linear average, but lately it has been a little bit increasing. So this is the lowest that it has been since before October. So that, again, going in a positive direction. All right. So that is everything. So that has been this week's episode. Thank you for joining me. And please tune in again next week as we take a look at the question, hey, how's the market? Bye-bye for now.